What if skipping a meal could do more than improve your health? Ancient yogic traditions believed that fasting could actually burn karma, not metaphorically, but as a real inner process that purifies the mind and resets your habits. In yogic science, fasting is considered a form of tapas, a discipline that generates inner heat. This inner heat is said to dissolve old patterns of behavior, reduce desire, and restore clarity to the mind. To understand how fasting burns karma, we first need to understand what karma really means. Many people think karma simply means punishment or reward. But in yogic philosophy, karma refers to the patterns created by our actions, thoughts, and habits. Every repeated behavior leaves an imprint on the mind. Over time, these imprints shape how we react, what we crave, and even how we think. In this sense, karma is not just something mystical. It is the accumulated momentum of our habits. According to yogic philosophy, desire is one of the main drivers of karma. When we constantly react to cravings, whether for food, comfort, or stimulation, we strengthen those patterns in the mind. Each time we automatically follow an impulse, the mind becomes more conditioned. Over years, these patterns can control behavior without us even realizing it. In the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, one of the key disciplines is tapas. Tapas literally means heat, but symbolically it represents the inner fire created by self-discipline. Practices like fasting, meditation, and breath control generate this inner heat. Yogic texts describe tapas as a force that purifies the body and mind, gradually dissolving the accumulated impressions of past actions. Fasting is considered one of the simplest forms of tapas because food is one of the strongest human attachments. When you voluntarily pause eating, you confront cravings directly. Instead of reacting automatically, the mind learns to observe the craving without immediately satisfying it. From a biological perspective, fasting allows the digestive system to rest and triggers metabolic processes such as fat burning and cellular repair. Modern science even describes processes like autophagy that activate during fasting. Ancient traditions described this in different language, saying fasting rekindles digestive fire and cleanses the body. Beyond physical benefits, fasting also changes how the mind behaves. When the body is not constantly digesting food, mental clarity often increases. Many people notice improved focus, calmer emotions, and a stronger ability to observe thoughts without reacting impulsively. In yogic traditions, fasting is also a way to reduce attachment. When the mind becomes less dependent on constant stimulation, awareness naturally becomes stronger. This increased awareness is believed to weaken old karmic patterns because actions become more conscious instead of automatic. You do not need to live in a monastery to apply these ideas. Even simple intermittent fasting practices can teach the mind discipline. By occasionally stepping back from automatic habits, you strengthen the ability to choose actions consciously rather than reactively. When ancient yogic texts say fasting burns karma, they are describing a powerful psychological and spiritual process. By observing cravings instead of obeying them, the mind slowly becomes freer from old patterns. In this way, fasting is not just about skipping meals. It is a practice of awareness, discipline, and transformation. A simple habit that can gradually reshape the way we think, act, and live.